There's a lot of lonely men in the world, and I'm gonna change that right now by revealing the secret technique that's 100% guaranteed to get you an intimate relationship immediately. You will be irresistible to women. Is your game weak? Is your riz falling on deaf ears? Well, that's a thing of the past, Buster. Throw out everything you thought you knew about romance. I'm overwriting it right now with this cheat code with women.
You can talk to a woman for 5-10 hours, you can talk about any goddamn thing, nothing's going to change unless your intention is there. And that's one of the things that most people miss, is the intention. So what I mean that is, if you're talking to a woman and you're like, oh, what's your name? And you're not looking at her, you're not giving her that intention that I want to fuck you, then it's just a normal conversation between two people. It's like when you go for a job interview, somebody asks you 500 questions, you don't get turned on, you don't go home and masturbate like, oh my god, somebody asked me 50 questions, so I need to,
It truly is just that simple. The solution was right under our nose the entire time, staring us in the face. Have any of you ever tried going up to a stranger saying, salutations, I'd like to fuck you, to see where it gets you? Because I'll tell you where it gets you. In bed with them. Or in jail behind bars. But sometimes, that's a risk you gotta be willing to take. You all know how much I love pickup artist content. I stumbled upon this earlier today and it had a huge smile on my face. They talk about like having a conversation with a woman like it's the worst thing in the world. Like if you haven't made your intentions clear about just wanting to fuck, then all you're doing is engaging in a conversation with a girl. Ew. Yuck. It's of paramount importance to spit it right in her face that you are there to fuck. That is your intention and you need to make it clear in no uncertain terms. Otherwise, it's just like a job interview, and you don't go to a job interview and then go home and masturbate because you got asked a bunch of questions. No. Patooey.
That's what it is. We're trying to differentiate from that. We don't want this to be just another platonic conversation where two people talk for 20 minutes but nobody feels turned on or nobody feels attraction for the other person. And the only time that will change is if your intention is communicated to them. Now, some people...
You want to know the quickest way to ensure that the conversation ends on the spot with no attraction? Try just saying, I wanna fuck you, to a complete stranger. You're either getting maced, slapped, or the cops are getting called on you instantly. Like, they'll throw your ass out of the bar like it's a Looney Tunes cartoon where they literally kick you out and you just, like, skid across the ground with your fucking ass in the air. It is the worst possible approach to just go up to someone and say that. Greetings. Sex? Maybe? Pickup artists are always so interesting to me, because it seems like you can just say the most nonsensical shit ever and dudes will buy into it and pay you for the privilege of hearing the worst advice ever that will probably land them on a watch list somewhere. Like, I bet I could convince dudes that a good pickup approach is to go up to a woman and say something like, hey, I'm not weird, and I'll prove it. I got your nose, and you reach out and do this with your hand. And then it'll pique her curiosity, because the female mind is always, very inquisitive. She'll ask, what are you doing with my nose? And that's when you say, I'll give it back if we have sex. I guarantee someone would think that's a good idea. It's so sad how easy it is to take advantage of gullible, desperate men. You don't even need to look like an alpha male Chad Thundercock. Like, we just looked at the Reddit mod pickup artist who's giving lessons on TikTok for like $3,000 seminars, and that guy is legitimately a Discord moderator, and he looks like it too. You can smell him through the screen, and yet he has clients paying him money for the worst advice ever. One of his cursed techniques that he tried to convey was that you put on a glove and then put your finger inside of her and start raking. And people were like, genius! That's the one, that's why I'm not getting any girls. I haven't tried that. I'm gonna start putting gloves on to meet them. It's just pure lunacy and degeneracy now. If you really wanted to get laid, all you have to do is start drinking GamerSups and using code MOIST at gamersups.gg. The flavors are so good, it's going to make you more confident, more attractive, and just legitimately a better man that women are going to fall in love with. My favorite flavor from GamerSups right now is lean. It was titty milk for the longest time, but recently I've been converted to the lean house of discipline here. That flavor goes insano style. I really like it a lot. So yeah, code MOIST at gamersups.gg. Check it out.
In my mind, makes all the difference is one, you need to be dominating. Second, you need to be invading their space. But this is the problem. Most people will not let you invade their space unless they're comfortable with you. So your goal is to continue to invade their space in a manner that's okay for them. So for instance, if I just come here and do this, you'll be like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
He treats conversations with women like it's a game of Civilization 5 where he's just trying to keep taking away parts of their space. It's so weird to see people think this way. Your goal when talking to a woman is to constantly be trying to figure out how to make her just comfortable enough where I can go in there and start honking on her titties. And I love that his optimal method for reaching that level of comfortability is to just say he wants to fuck. Like, I can already picture this, just screaming from across the bar, "Excuse me, m'lady! I am approaching you with sexual intent. The following conversation is designed to end with my wiener in your mouth. Now may I invade your personal space? Hey, it's good to see you."
And then say. So for instance, if I want to ask her name, I could ask her name, "What's your name?" Okay, it's not sexual at all. But now if I say, "I want to fuck you, what's your name?" All of a sudden my tonality changes, all of a sudden the way I make eye contact changes. So,
and all of a sudden her level of panic and fear changes, where now she's in fight or flight mode because you are a creep. You are a weirdo who is scaring whoever you do this to. "I want to fuck. What's your name?" It's almost like the rock bottom scene in SpongeBob. I can't understand your accent. But in this case, instead of the it's, "I want to fuck you. What's your name? I want to fuck you. Where'd you come from? I want to fuck you. What do I have to do to fuck you?"
I'll do that again on the camera so they can see my expressions. If I just say, "What's your name?" there is nothing that subcommunicates that I'm attracted to you. But if I say, "I really want to fuck you, what's your name?" all of a sudden my facial expressions changes, my tonality changes.
And I'm running the other way. Doing it right at the camera, you could really feel just how awful this would be to experience. Just having this complete stranger come up to you and say, "I want to fuck you, what's your name?" Like, that's alarming. Pretty much everyone is on edge after that. If anyone even hears you do that, they're looking over their shoulder and getting ready to call for some help. That's like yelling bomb in an airport. Just coming up to someone saying, "I want to fuck you, what's your name?" Everyone's weirded out by that. I have to imagine this guy has never actually done that in his life. Maybe he just hates the students that sign up for his class, so he's trying his best to ruin their life, because that is horrible, horrible advice.
And that subcommunicates the whole sexual energy, the sexual tone, and the brain starts to process there is something more going on than somebody just asking my name.
Brother, you don't have to vocalize every thought and intention during a conversation. I'm sure if you're only there for sex, that intention will be communicated through the way that you talk to the person. You don't have to just shout it, "I just want sex." What's your name?
You know, and that's why when you're talking to them, instead of just having that conversation, "Oh, where are you from? Oh, that's cool. What do you do? Oh, that's cool." It should be almost be like, "Where are you from? You know, I want to have sex with you. Where are you from? You know, I want to take you home. Tell me more about you. You know, I want to fuck you right now. What flight did you take from Denver to coming here?"
What flight did you take from Denver to come here? Did you take the Cock Meat Express? Because I can give you a ride on that one as well for the departing flight. We've got plenty of time. He prefaces each question he asks a woman with, "I want to have sex with you. Where are you from? Hey, I want to get you back to my place so we can steam ham." You a dog or cat person? "Look, I want to mash pissers and nothing else. I just want to fuck you." So what kind of food do you like to eat? What's your favorite movie?
And that will, you know, right now, even though I'm speaking very fast, it's not coming out right, but that intention is what's going to make them feel, okay, this is not just some guy interviewing me. He has an intention, he has an agenda, and that intention has to be conveyed to them.
I'm pretty sure that's like the last possible intention you'd ever want to convey to someone, that you just want to fuck them by any means necessary. That's scary. That is creepy. Weird. I don't think that's a positive thing that he's trying to portray it as. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is extremely effective. I doubt it, but I guess it could be. He is the expert after all. But I had to share this. This had me giggling just at the thought of going up to strangers and starting the conversations like this. So I had to share it with all of you. That's really about it. So yeah. Motivational quotes, they're pretty big at the moment. You can pretty much find every quote imaginable at an arts and crafts store that you can hang on your wall. "Today's the day. Anal." And I always kind of thought it was more for the elderly, or that kind of Christmas gift you'd get and fucking hate, but have to pretend that you like the quote and you'll put it somewhere just so you make the person who got it for you feel better. But what I didn't realize is it's actually a really popular trend, motivational quotes that is, in the Joker worshipping community. People that act like Helga from Hey Arnold and make bubblegum tributes to the Joker in their closet. See, these Facebook pages and these YouTubers are dedicated to coming up with like the goofiest, over-the-top, edgy quotes and putting Joker fan art on top of it. And when I say goofy, over-the-top, edgy, I'm talking like some dumb shit like, Darkness is my light. I'm not afraid of the sun because it burns. I'm afraid of the sun because it gets rid of my darkness. Shit like that. And what started this rabbit hole for me is I saw a picture from a video called 15 Epic Boy Quotes Joker Ultimate Edition. And then I had to YouTube that myself. And when I did, I was presented with an overwhelming amount of Joker motivational badass quotes. And obviously I watched a lot of these, but the couple I'd like to share with you is the one that immediately caught my eye, which is of course Joker motivational quotes, best motivation ever, bad boy quotes, fuck the fucking fuckers. I mean, with a title like that, it was putting hair on my chest. I was like, shit, I gotta go out and fuck the fucking fuckers. So, of course, I dove into this one to get motivated. I've had to mute the audio, unfortunately, because for some reason the trend with these Joker motivational, badass, slap your mother edgy quotes is they use this copyrighted trap music, which I don't really understand, but I've muted it and replaced it with the 2019 Guy instrumental. But I really do wish they'd narrate the quotes themselves. I think that'd be a lot better. Fuck the fucking fuckers before the fucking fucker fuck you. It's almost like a children's nursery rhyme, to be honest. It's pretty powerful, it's a bit thought-provoking, and it's pretty goddamn deep. Just reading that motivational quote makes me want to run into the bathroom and throw some lipstick over my eyes, then run away crying, slam the door to my room, and turn off the lights. Sometimes you just have to play the role of a fool to fool the fool who thinks they're fooling you. If that doesn't have you pumping your fist in the air shouting, "Fuck you, society," then I just don't know what will. Don't worry about peoples, they all will die. I mean, what more can really be said? Are you motivated yet? When I was born, Devil said, "Oh shit, competition," and he almost spelled that word correctly. It was really close. You'll notice a common theme with all these Joker badass motivational quote videos: constant misspelling and shit grammar. Me chasing you. Bitch, read it backwards. Ui, ginsak im. This fucking makes no sense. I think what they mean to say is you chasing me, but that's not reading this backwards. That's totally fucking changing it. But if you do want women to start chasing you, come on over to the streams I do at twitch.tv/moistcritikal. Women love that shit. They'd love to see you there. I'd love to see you there. Come on over. And this is just one of thousands. We can dive into the one that really started it all, the 15 epic boy quotes for badass boy men from Joker's Ultimate Men Boy catalog. So we can check that out, but I just want to make it clear, there is so much of this shit just on YouTube. That's not even counting all of the Facebook posts from all of it. It's a crazy phenomenon right now. It's like bronies, but for jokers, I guess. I don't really understand this motivational Joker quote movement thing at all. If you ever knock me down, you better kill me, because when I woke up, you're so fucking dead. You know, who's to say it wasn't an accident that they knocked you down, though? Maybe you need to analyze the situation a bit more beforehand. Also, how big of a pussy are you that when you get knocked down, you lose consciousness when you woke up? Are you kidding me? You got knocked down barely and you fucking passed out? Come on now. If you want to shine like a sun, first you have to burn like a sun. Whatever the fuck that means, I suppose. Ooh, Jared Leto's. Don't worry, she will text you. When all her male friends will be busy. Yeah, busy with Chad Thundercocks, am I right? Fucking disgusting. Sweet as sugar, hard as ice. Hurt me once, I will kill you twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Another common trend you'll notice is half of these say how nice the guys are until you push them, and that's when their demons come out of their penises and whatever. Which I don't really understand, because if you're making these posts, you're already not coming across sweet as sugar. You're coming across as a fucking weirdo. Personality is to a man what perfume is to a flower. That's poetic. I mean, what the fuck? 80% of boys have girlfriends. Rest 20% are having a brain. Yeah, I'm sure that the reason this guy doesn't have a girlfriend is because he's too smart to have one. His brain's too fucking big for any female to handle. Also, I'd like to fact check these statistics here. 80% of boys having girlfriends, that seems remarkably high. I'm not sure if that's accurate, but I'd have to dig into the literature. Every problem comes with a solution. If it doesn't have any solution, it's a girl. Yeah, I don't really understand what's with the all this like girl bad stuff here with the Joker memes, but it's very common. Do I really look like a guy who gives a fuck about what people think? Well, yes, the fact that you're posting this kind of shit on Facebook, it absolutely makes me think you care what they think about you, for sure. 100%. This is not the actions of a man who doesn't care. Stop showing your attitude. If I show you mine, you will forget yours. Well, I mean, yeah, that about covers it, I suppose. Now, I imagine it's not just the Joker. I'm sure if I dove in a bit deeper, I could pretty much type in any big character at the moment and find motivational, weird, edgy quotes associated with it. Like, if I typed in John Wick epic boy quotes, I'm sure I'd find equally dumb shit. But the fact that it's the Joker and this popular is pretty goddamn wild to me, so that's just about it. So yeah, boy howdy do I have a wacky story to share with you today. On today's episode of I Can't Believe It's Not Florida, we have the story of a man in New Jersey who crashed his car through a police station while listening to Welcome to the Jungle. So I'm guessing he had that song cranked to max volume and the adrenaline was pumping in his body. The song was reaching its crescendo. It's about to go into the chorus, and then this guy's eyes roll into the back of his skull. Welcome to the Jungle summons the spirit of Evel Knievel, takes the wheel. The demon of speed is there, puts the pedal to the metal, and just crashes into the police station. And then he, celebrates, kind of. It's an unbelievable clip here from the surveillance camera footage. He gets out of the car like a gymnast who just landed an impressive trick. He strikes a pose like he was expecting some kind of huge celebration, a massive round of applause as if it was a concert or something and he was performing. It's almost impressive just how much gusto he gets out of the car with. I don't know what he was expecting to happen next. Man thought he was in an audition for Expendables 5, I guess. He's a fucking action movie hero. I have to wonder what he thought would happen next. Maybe he expected them to let him off with a warning because it was so cool. The officers would come out there and just be like, brother, that was the most badass thing I've ever seen. Fist bump. God bless America. Now get out of here. This is your warning. But unsurprisingly, they didn't just slap him on the wrist and send him on his way. He is facing potentially life in prison, not only for this incident, but he actually did something very similar previous to this. This isn't his first rodeo with crashing a car into a building. So apparently he had crashed his gold Toyota SUV into a garage of a private residence to try and scare and harass the homeowner, which he is still facing charges for right now. So this fucking dangerous, unhinged goofball treats motor vehicles like they're missiles. He is just blasting these into any building. Nowhere is safe. You know that statistic that gets tossed around from time to time about how you're more likely to be killed in your chair in the living room than you are on a plane, in a plane crash? I'm starting to believe that now, because with this kind of person out there in the wild, you never know when a car is going to be just crashing through your walls like the Kool-Aid Man, like a fucking torpedo, and just hitting you in the living room out of nowhere. That is just, it's incomprehensible. So he's built up quite an impressive resume here with a lot of charges to his name. So for the first incident, he's facing burglary, criminal mischief, possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, and harassment. And now for this one, he's facing a terrorism charge, which carries a minimum sentence of 30 years and a maximum sentence of life, causing widespread injury or damage, aggravated assault, burglary, possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, and criminal mischief. The punishment fits the crime here. It's not like these are exaggerated charges. He just blindly blasted his vehicle into this building. He had no idea if there was going to be people on the other side of it, which could have easily killed people. So yeah, all of these charges really fit the crime. He is not safe to be in society, especially not behind the wheel of a vehicle. Now, one other thing I find shocking about this footage is how calm the officers are in responding to this. They make it seem like it's just routine, as if cars are just crashing through their walls every hour of every day. It's like they just get out there and they're annoyed, bothered. Oh, jeepers. Jiminy Christmas. Another one? Alright, come here, son. I can't believe you've done this. Oh, bother. Alright, book him. Now we're gonna have to clean up another wall. I just don't know how it's possible to be that calm in that situation. They just look exhausted. They look tired and annoyed. Whereas, that would be the most shocking jump scare imaginable. Jump scares don't scare me in horror movies or horror games or anything like that, but this would probably actually have me shit myself. 100% I would stain my britches. That is the most unexpected thing to happen. And it's not like that's immediately what you would expect the sound to be. Like, they were in the room over, so they would have just mainly heard it as opposed to see it right away. That must have sounded like a bomb going off. My first thought would be that we had just been hit by a drone strike or something. I wouldn't immediately think like a car came through here or something. Like that I would be in a panic. I would be inconsolable. I'd be shaking. Meanwhile, these two officers here walk out like they'd just been rudely interrupted from their nap. It's just wild to me. Also, something I didn't mention. I mentioned that he had previously crashed into another building, a private residence. Well, what I didn't mention is that first crash had happened only minutes prior to this one. So this guy was just on a rampage. He must have been looping Welcome to the Jungle here, and it was bringing the worst out of him. Now, they haven't disclosed what the motive could have possibly been for crashing into the police station, but here's where I come into the equation, because I'm about to crack this case wide open. This is what I think happened. This is my theory. I got the corkboard up with a bunch of red lines drawn to a bunch of different scenarios. So let's piece together what we know for sure. His first crash into the private residence was due to a disagreement with the owner, and it was meant to scare and harass them. I think right after he committed to that, he knew shit was not going to go well for him, so he wanted to go out with a bang. So then he drove a few minutes away to the police station and turned himself in the only way he knew how. With Welcome to the Jungle sending him off like a WWE walkout song and a giant fucking explosion here of crashing through the building. I think his motive was truly he had just ruined his life prior by crashing through the private residence, and he just decided to go all in into the lunacy and then crash through the police station. That's what I think happened here, because there's no other potential explanation that I can think of, not even in the realm of science fiction. Like, I can't think of, maybe a possession or something, or like some kind of alien event or anything to try and explain away what could possibly have led to this. I really think it was him knowing that he had already committed a serious crime, and he just, I don't know, decided to go even harder for it and just call it quits by driving through the police station. Or another very likely explanation is he has severe mental illness and completely fucking snapped. That's also very possibly the case here. Who knows? I am excited to see when they finally reveal the motive, because he doesn't seem like a man who's going to be, tight-lipped. It doesn't seem like he's going to be hard to get the truth out of. He probably told them at the police station why he did it. They just haven't said to the public yet. He literally got out and celebrated like he just scored a fucking touchdown in an NFL game, right? This isn't a guy who's going to be super hard to get to the bottom of with his reasoning. He's probably an open book who will just tell them why he did it. But yeah, anyway, I just had to share this story and clip with all of you because, my goodness gracious, that is like something you would see as a fake headline in the background of a movie or a game or something. Just something that people would make up because it sounds ridiculous, but it actually happened. So yeah, that's really about it. See ya.